Hello and good afternoon. We have the wonderful Peter Straker here who will be answering a few questions sent over from the lovely Jackie from the Global Queen Fan Club. Peter, welcome. How are you?
I'm alive today. We're living in terrible times, but I'm alive today and very happy to be here.
Well, thank you for coming. We have a few questions here that we would like to ask you in view to your forthcoming box set release on this Friday, in fact, March the 20th, for This One's On Me. So Jackie's kindly sent me over some questions that we would like to raise to you now, if that's okay.
Go on.
Fantastic. So let's start with the first one. When did you first meet Freddie and where?
Oh, blimey. I met him in a restaurant in Fulham Road. That I do remember. I can't remember the exact date. It could have been the end of 74, the beginning of 75. It's somewhere like that.
Very good. What made you both decide that you wanted to work together? And can you maybe give us some anecdotes and stories from those recording times?
Well, I first, I asked. To be honest, I asked Freddie. I think I'd been to see a couple of Queen concerts, which he'd invited me to see, and I loved what they were doing genuinely. And I asked him. I don't know where it came from actually, but one day I said to him, "I'd like to make an album. Would you produce it?" It was as silly as that. And he gave me a direct answer. I remember it was in my flat in Hurlingham Road, and he said, well, I'm not, Queen aren't the most popular band at the moment because punk was on the rise, and they weren't a very fashionable band at the time in England. And my attitude was, I don't care, and I want him to. So, and that's how we set about doing it. John Reid brokered the deal with EMI Records and then Rocket Records, and so we set out and we did it, I suppose, quite quickly, really.
So Peter, let me ask you, describe Freddie as best as you can in a small space of working together with him.
I don't know what the small space is, but I suppose in a few words is really what it means. I would say he didn't suffer fools gladly, certainly when working. When he had his work hat on, he was very, he sort of had an idea of what he wanted, but very direct, I suppose could be brutal, but not brutal in a way of being unkind to people or being just, it's what he wanted and how he saw things. And considering that I hadn't had that much experience, or neither had my band at the moment had that much experience, we listened to him. I found him really actually quite easy to work with, and a joy, really. And looking back, it's a great privilege and an honour, and I would say that now.
And was he a bit of a taskmaster in the studio in terms of pushing you and vocal?
He was not a taskmaster. He was very yes, but not like I wasn't being browbeaten. It just, we can do this, and we tried, and sometimes it didn't work. Sometimes it became like a bore because I just kept singing the same thing over and over and over again, and it was never getting any better. Once you miss the first 2 or 3 takes, actually, forget it. Very rarely does it come back.
Is there one gift that Freddie bought for you that stands out amongst the many he may have gave you across that period?
Oh. I don't know. I always liked, and this is through him in a way, but my mother worked differently, but Lalique stuff, because we had the same stuff, and he bought me some beautiful Lalique things. Happy Days. Listen, this is to celebrate the fact that I have this, which is coming out on the 20th March. This is on Friday, actually. And as you can see, it's not the same black shirt I'm wearing, but it almost is. But we've still got the same things around my neck. This is from 1974 or 5. And this one's on me. This was my second album, and it was produced by Freddie Mercury and Roy Thomas Baker. So there we have it. There are 2 other albums on it. It's a 3-disc set, it says at the back here. And Changeling, which is the second one, disc 2. And disc 3, Real Natural Man. I remember making these. They were great fun to make. And I'm celebrating, they're coming out on Cherry Records. And there you are. I don't know what else to say, except please go and buy it. And there is a single that goes with it, which comes from this one's on the title track, which is called Heart Be Still. So I'm very pleased and very proud of Mike Allison. We've redone, he's done all the work, but we have done just slight little tweaks, as they say, of some of the tracks. Still the same vocals, we haven't messed about with them, and I'm very proud of it. And I hope more people buy it than they did last time. Certainly in Great Britain. I mean, we did all right in Europe, but this is to celebrate a time in my life when I had the best time. So there you are.
And there's no hope inside. The sky is an ocean of darkness. No one to hold me in the long, lonely night. Tell me, how can I forget you? Oh, how can I go to sleep when I know that I love you? I love you, and always will. Heart be still. 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 Oh yes. When you are lonely and you're feeling so blue, think of the true love I gave to you. You know, baby, you don't know. I gave my love, my arms are waiting. Come home, come home, come home. My arms are waiting. Heart be still now. Heart be still. Maybe she'll come back. Oh, if you ever want me, if you ever need me, listen,